Hello, beautiful stargazers of the internet. In this video, we would like to discuss how the Western astrology sign of Gemini the twins is similar to and similitude with or like the Chinese Zodiac sign of Horse. Okay? And one may say that, it seems different, but if you think about it, it's actually, there are a lot of similarities. And also, this gets into how the Bible is actually based on Chinese and some Mayan astrology. Okay? These ancient systems. Even the story of Noah's Ark is similar to the Chinese family. There's 8 trigrams, like mountain and lake and heaven and fire, and all these different trigrams. And these trigrams, they make hexagrams out of them. You get the I Ching. But these trigrams are the 8 members of the family in Noah's Ark. And in the Chinese story, they're also 8 members of a family. Like the mother, the father, and the son, and the oldest son and his wife, and the middle son and his wife, and the youngest son and his wife. It's Noah's Ark. It's the Noah's Ark story. So these things are actually related to and derived from the Chinese, Chinese Zodiac and the Chinese I Ching, and all of these types of things that come down from all of the wisdom of the East that really talked about in Taoism. Okay. And Feng Shui and the Chinese alchemy. So with that said, the reason that the Chinese signs may seem different is because in China, they would figure out what animal acts in a certain way in a certain time of year. And in Western, or Middle Eastern countries, they figure out what kind of animal that was around them acted in a certain way during a certain time of the year. And in different cultures, some animals are thought to be good or not good, and so they're going to maybe say, okay, we don't want that animal, we want this animal. So that's why it may seem different. Okay, but what you need to understand is that it's based on the time of year, and it's based on the fact that there's also not just the monthly Chinese zodiac, where you have months that are from the Chinese animals, and also months that are like the Western zodiac system, but also just like in the West, there's bigger processions. There's also bigger clocks in the Chinese system. And if you have it, like right now we're in a dragon year, okay? And then next year is going to be a snake year, excuse me. Next year will be a snake year, and the year after that will be a horse year. And you're going, dragon is like Aries, and snake next year is like Taurus, and Gemini is like horse, okay? Now the horse, if you think of them, okay, you think of Gemini, the twins, and you've got a team of horses. Like you always see, 2 horses usually drawing a carriage. You see these teams of horses pulling a chariot. Gemini, the twins, it's horses, okay? And in the Chinese story, the snake gets ahead of horse, not because snake is really faster, because horse is faster, but because the snake slithers by and scares the horse, and the horse rears up, and then the snake gets ahead and comes in, in a place that's in front of horse, okay? So, because rat in Sagittarius is first in Chinese astrology, so it's not, Aries is not first in Chinese astrology, so dragon is not first. But you understand, the horse rears up because the snake scares him, and the snake slithers ahead, and so we have, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and then we have dragon, Aries, snake, Taurus, horse, Gemini. Okay? Now think about the Bible story where there's an adder in the path that makes the horse rear up, okay, in the Old Testament. And talking about, I think, the 12 tribes of Israel, I believe. I think it's the tribe of Dan, and the adder in the path, snake in the path that makes the horse rear up. That's from the Chinese astrology. It's based on Chinese astrology, the whole thing. So when they talk about the dragon and all these things, they're talking about the signs of the zodiac and certain years and certain things that happen in certain years and in certain seasons, okay? So that's how this is all worked out. So in reality, we think that, okay, like we have this, this month, is an Aries month or a Leo month or whatever, okay? And we think, okay, but the year is like a Chinese year of dragon or snake. But really, in Chinese, they have, every month is one of these two, is one of the 12 in the zodiac, okay? And I have some videos upon that, so go watch that. Like, what is it like to have, dragon and dragon year, snake and dragon year, horse and dragon year. Go check those videos out. And then also, and if you take your mind, we don't really talk about this, you haven't really heard of it, but if you think about it, if dragon is like Aries, then 2024 now is an Aries year, and 2025 is a Taurus year, snake year, is a Taurus year, and 2026 is a Gemini or horse year. Okay, so we want to sort of look at how is horse like Gemini the twins, because Gemini the twins is usually seen as two young male twins. Okay, and that's usually how you see Gemini. Now how is horse, the Chinese Zodiac sign of horse, how is it like the twins, the two human twins? What are the characteristics? Well, Gemini is a lot about communication and transportation. And what does a horse do? He conveys. The horse brings you point A to point V, brings messengers. Messengers ride upon horses. They carry the messages, and they carry it from one kingdom to another kingdom. They bring the message from the king. So there's the communication. There's the transportation, which Gemini is. And horse is also, again, the nobility, which Gemini has. This nobility of being very, very wise and very intelligent, being ruled by Mercury. Mercury is associated with Thoth, the Egyptian god Thoth, and also Hermes Trismegistus from Greece. They're all about wisdom, all about knowledge, And horses they bring the knowledge. They're the conveyors of knowledge. They bring it. They're considered noble animals, okay? And they're high strung. And Gemini, mercurial personality is sort of a high strung personality. Mercury is closer to the sun and very hot, one side cold, because I think it faces the same side all the time. So you have Mercury where you have one side hot, one side cold. So you have Mercury is like one good twin, one bad twin, or one twin has this characteristic. You have the other side of the coin. And the horse is someone who can at one time, he can be the nobility and the goodness, and a horse can bring someone that's like a hero, but a horse can also bring a demon. A horse can also bring an enemy. A horse can be evil in some situations, or can be good in other situations. Or you have twin horses with pulling a chariot, and you have these twin horses, one of the light and one of the dark. So you have the twin pillars of Joachim and Boaz, and you have the two horses, the team of horses carrying the information, carrying the soul, carrying the information. This is Gemini. Okay, Gemini is all about the quickness of the mind. Horses are quick. Okay, again, the snake got there first only because snake scared the horse. Okay, but the horse is actually faster. Gemini is a quick mind, is a witty mind, is an imaginative mind, and the horse, it has these characteristics of being witty and quick, and it's all about speed and being able to bring new thoughts, new ideas quickly. So there's a lot of similarity between Gemini and horse that you can see. We'll see you next time for the next installment in this series.